You want loyalty? Not the shallow kind you buy with favors or the fake kind you bargain for with words. Real, bone-deep loyalty. The kind that makes people tremble at the thought of betraying you, even when you're not in the room. Let me tell you something most people never learn. Loyalty isn't given to those who ask. It's granted to those who command it quietly. Most spend their lives chasing trust, approval, friendship. They think loyalty is won by overexplaining, oversharing, or shouting the loudest. What they fail to realize is that the ones who are truly followed aren't the ones who cling, but the ones who disappear and are missed. The ones who say little, yet are heard loudest. You see, I never have to ask anyone to be loyal. I don't plead, don't cajole, don't put my heart on the line like some desperate animal waiting for scraps. I walk into a room, and the silence grows thick. People listen. Some are drawn in, some are terrified, but none can ignore me. Because what is not said is often more powerful than what is. Let me teach you the art of silent leadership. First, you must understand, silence is not emptiness. It's loaded with intent, observant, calculating. When you refuse to explain yourself, when you leave pauses that aren't rushed to be filled, people scramble. They want your approval. They itch to make you comfortable. They seek your hidden thoughts. You become the mystery. That mystery is power. That uncertainty becomes gravity. You must realize silence isn't about weakness or hiding. It's about choosing your battlefield. When words aren't thrown around carelessly, every small gesture, every silent glance becomes electrifying. The people around you become hyper-aware, always guessing at your motives, desperate for your approval, or fearsome of your judgment. This is the invisible thread that binds true loyalty, making yourself the one they can never quite anticipate, but always feel the need to please. People are conditioned to chase what feels scarce. When you resist the urge to be constantly visible, to flood every moment with talk and reassurance, you elevate your value. Suddenly, your time is a privilege, not an entitlement. When your loyalty is rare, others work twice as hard to earn it, afraid of being left in your silence. That's how the weak weed themselves out, while those worthy of standing beside you fight to prove it. Ruling through silence isn't about total detachment or cruelty. It's about inspiring obsession by keeping people just outside your full reach. Give them glimpses of your thoughts, never the whole map. Support them when it matters, but never let them believe they own your loyalty by default. Let your stillness be a test, your quiet a challenge. The devoted will endure it. The rest will expose themselves and drift away. The difference between a leader and the rest is not how loud they speak, but how few words it takes to command a room. In silence, you become legend. In restraint, you become unforgettable. Loyalty grows in the dark spaces of the mind, doubt, curiosity, fear. Most try to fill those with noise. Not me. I let silence carve its own throne, because silence commands attention. Every word you do choose to speak, then, becomes 10 times more important. Every glance, every move, becomes something to interpret, analyze, remember. Ordinary men become exhausted by their need to be seen and heard. I become unforgettable by saying less. People don't realize that the desperate never win loyalty. They attract users, not followers. They become background noise in their own story, begging for a spotlight that only exposes their neediness. The truth is, loyalty flowers in the presence of authority, and nothing says authority like the one who can wait, who isn't afraid to let the world come to him. Let your actions do the talking. When you help, help without a flourish. When you withdraw, withdraw without explanation. Appear where needed, disappear when not. Over time, people will start to attach significance to your presence. Your arrival will mean something. Your absence, even more. If you want real loyalty, stop convincing, stop pleading. Instead, make yourself the axis around which people choose to orbit. You do this by showing, not telling. Demonstrate ruthlessness when necessary, but restraint when it matters. Forgive silently or punish quietly, but don't let emotions run wild. Control yourself, and others will feel the chill. They'll respect the one who never loses composure. Watch what happens when crisis hits. Most scramble, voices shaking, hands waving, plans crumbling. Stay calm. Observe. Speak only when you have something that needs to be heard. That's the moment everyone will tune in, hanging on every word, afraid to interrupt. Your silence until now made them crave your voice. Understand this. People want to believe in something greater. They want anchors, not anchors that beg for attention, but the kind that never waver. Your silence becomes proof that you don't need them. That makes them want you more. Loyalty is rarely about love. It's about gravitas, presence, the feeling that betraying you means losing something irreplaceable. Never show that another's absence would hurt you. Instead, make your absence their problem. Become useful, but not accessible. Mysterious, but not cold. Practically, this means less social media posting, less explaining your actions, less emotionally charged reactions. Let your aura speak of calm confidence. Here's the paradox. The less you ask for loyalty, the more of it people offer. When you listen more than you talk, act more than you boast, and keep your plans close, you become the enigma everyone wants on their side. The quiet storm, the one whose silence feels heavier than most people's speeches. Stay patient, and soon you'll see the ones who truly recognize power will come to you. They'll defend you in rooms you've never entered. They'll cling to your words even after you've gone silent. So, you want loyalty? Build it not with noise, but with presence. Create mystery, maintain discipline, and rule through silence. Say little, let them wonder, and when you finally speak, let your words cut deeper than noise ever could. If this hit you, comment, I speak less, I rule more. If you're ready to become unforgettable by saying less and ruling through silence, share this with the one person who always talks but never listens. Because the world remembers those whose silence shakes the ground, not the ones who never stop shouting. Stay silent, stay powerful, rule, and let the world come to you. Loyalty grows in the dark spaces of the mind, doubt, curiosity, fear. Most try to fill those with noise. Not me. I let silence carve its own throne, because silence commands attention. Every word you do choose to speak, then, becomes 10 times more important. Every glance, every move, becomes something to interpret, analyze, remember. Ordinary men become exhausted by their need to be seen and heard. I become unforgettable by saying less,